ready to go. Hiya, this is Taylor Johnson here for Encore NI. And I am sitting here with the wonderful More Than Conquerors. How are you guys?
Good, thank you.
Alright, doing well.
Looking forward to tonight then?
Yeah, should be good, man.
That's brilliant. Happy days. Now the guys are here today up in Draperstown at the Cellar Bar. I suppose this will be warm up for Glasgowbury. It's coming up very soon, which must be excited about. But of course, the sad thing I'll have to address here about Glasgowbury is, of course, it's the final one.
Yep.
I've announced that this is the end after 13 years of the local music scene, you know. And I wanted to ask you guys for a start, and I don't want to start too morbid a note, but how is it meant to you guys as a band, Glasgowbury, and the local music scene, and how can we begin to move on from it? You know, what's the next stage? Do you think?
It was the first time we played on a big stage.
Yeah.
The first open festival we've ever done. The first open air thing we ever done.
The first kind of like proper festival, the way festivals are normally known for.
Yeah, and because we knew it was such a big thing, it was obviously, as you said, long before us.
Yeah.
So when we went, there was lots of good bands who had played there and who were playing there the first year we played, and
We got it quite young too. We were quite
4
young
years
as a
ago
band.
now.
Yeah, it was like
2009.
we'd just been in a band for a year and then we got that.
Massive opportunity really early on.
It was great. Then we've been there every year since, but
Yeah, it really helped.
And how do you think the local music scene, how can we move on now? You know, what's
know.
next after Glasgowbury? Can you really top that?
I don't think so. Glasgowbury was the best small festival in Ireland, wasn't it? Was voted
yeah.
last year.
But the thing is, it was like something like a point to aim for. Like it was, you know, you wanted to do your shows and you always bands would try and get Glasgowbury at some point.
Yeah, of course.
And then a lot of other festivals started appearing after it. In the more recent years, whenever like people in Europe started doing independent festivals.
Yeah, so drawn inspiration from it.
Yeah, but I don't know if any of them ever worked as well. There's other ones that have different styles and different approaches to it, but there's definitely a big summer void there, when they're like.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I suppose this year you'll be sharing the bill with the likes of, you know, Jet Plane Landing, Runaway Go, and so I watch them from far. Who of course they're playing Belsonic this year as well, which is mega. So some big bands. But yeah. But you guys, you're very much one of the main attractions now. I mean, you guys are. You've got a massive fan base now, and I wanted to ask, how does that feel? You know, being there, being one of the big pools, really, for the fans.
It was
What's
scary.
that like?
We got told where we were playing.
Yeah.
We were third from the top of the bill on a Saturday night, and that freaked me out for sure.
I don't think I've ever thought of us either as like a band to pull that, like, you know what I mean? Because you keep on playing shows, and you just kind of get gradually a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But you never really consider yourself a band with any power, I suppose, really, do you? I suppose because we tour all over places, so you're a new band everywhere you go to.
I suppose,
so you don't really lose the feeling of being a new band, no matter how, you know, high up a bill you're playing or whatever.
But does it hit home now that you're playing and you're getting these fans?
Well, it was an
coming
honour
in?
to have that slot for a start, like.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But yeah, everything's you just kind of take it as it comes.
Brilliant. And guys, I want to talk a wee bit about your EPs as well. You've had two to date.
Yeah.
You've had the eponymous debut, which was back in 2010, and that had the likes of Go On, Get Out on it, which is a brilliant song, absolutely fantastic. And more recently, it was Boots and Bones, of course. And I want to ask you, do you guys, how do the two compare? You know, what's the sort of, for anyone listening who perhaps hasn't heard the two EPs, how would you describe them and how are they different?
First one is angular pop rock.
Right, okay.
Killer pop rock.
Are you sound checking? Doing that or
So sorry.
This is Frugal.
How's it going?
The first one is like more poppy, and the second one is a bit darker and heavier.
Right.
So there's, I don't know.
There's a lot of similarities in them too.
Yeah,
we always
they're
say
not
like
that
the
different.
second one was darker, but there's a lot of similarities in them too.
Yeah, okay.
They're stepping stones, really, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're best considered as.
Yeah.
Towards an album, you know.
Yeah, and that's obviously what a lot of people are excited about. So is
Hopefully.
it too early to be talking about a More Than Conquerors album? Is-
absolutely
no.
not. It's extremely close, which is very,
Really?
very scary.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's done.
Yeah.
Oh no way! I didn't know it. So you actually have an album recorded then? Is there-
It's all mixed, mastered, printed.
Yeah, everything's
we have it sitting
done,
there
yeah.
waiting to go.
I had no idea. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Happy days, and you must be very excited about that. And
It took a long
Yeah,
time to do, so.
We've been sitting on it for so long now.
Ah,
It's just
yeah.
like, it feels like everyone's heard it, but they haven't yet.
oh yeah, okay. So it's just putting it together. And do you have any favorite tracks off the album? Is there any that mean a lot to you, or you love playing live, or
Um,
you know, are a bit special?
I don't know. I like playing 2 songs, one called Triantlers, which we put out.
Triantlers, know it. Yeah,
and another
brilliant
one
song. Yeah.
called Jaw, which we also put out. So the
Fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, I think Jaw's probably one of my favourites on that too.
Yeah, all the tracks they mean a lot, definitely, because they've been with us for quite
Yeah,
a while now.
Some of them we've played for coming on between 2 and 3 years now.
Yeah.
Aye.
But I don't think there's any songs in the album that I wouldn't be happy to put out.
I see.
Like I'm happy with all of them as individual songs, you know,
Yeah, yeah, totally.
which is good.
So that's fantastic, making for a great record then. And of course, you've been on your European tour. You're just back
Yeah.
from it, which must have been absolutely incredible. But I wanted to ask you, what's it like playing to those foreign crowds? And when you're coming back then and playing shows over here, people always talk about this unique Northern Irish feeling. Do you really get a sense for that, having been away, or is it all sort of similar?
I don't know, that's a hard one.
No, they're different crowds. The European crowd it really surprised us because
Yeah.
the last show we played was in a place called Isahem in Belgium,
Oh yeah.
and it was horrendous up to it. Like the sound guy he didn't have a clue. And I think we were also tired as well. And
Yeah, of course,
we
we
played
did
the
that.
show, and the show was good.
Wasn't the last one, was it?
Yeah. And but then everyone turned around,
Right.
walked to the back to buy all the merch, and we sold
Oh.
so much,
No way.
which never happens in UK.
Yeah.
Like, people
There's
don't
a real,
buy
there's a real like
anything.
sense of fair trade over there. Everyone
Yeah.
like is happy to buy stuff.
I think as well when you're Irish or when you're
Oh, yeah,
even
people love
like
it.
from the UK going
Yeah.
to Europe, it's a big thing. So
No, it's fantastic. So
I
good
think
success.
I think home's like you're saying about the Northern Irish crowd, but I think for bands, home is always home. And so there's a different thing there where people have known you for a lot longer.
Yeah.
And some people have also sat through 40 of your really rubbish gigs
yeah.
Yeah.
for the sake of the one good one. So there's definitely a certain dedication for some people with those shows,
Yeah.
which is probably why they feel a bit different, you know.
Yeah, no, I get you, 100%. Next question, guys, is you've been getting a lot of airplay recently. A lot of major radio stations. Radio 1, they were recently playing Pits of Old. I mean, that must have been fantastic. I wanted to ask, how important do you think that is, flying the flag for Belfast bands and those major radio stations, and how important is it these days to be able to do that?
It's great. We were surprised actually at that. I didn't even know it was going to be played.
Serious?
Yeah, I got
No
excited
idea?
with it, and
Just
so
there you
we
go.
were extremely surprised, but extremely happy at the same time.
Of course.
I think after the BBC introducing the one that was originally for Northern Ireland, and then there was takeovers.
Oh, yeah.
Each week or each month, one section like Wales and Northern Ireland would take over all of the
Yeah,
UK,
yeah.
and that was really good for exposure.
Of course,
But,
you get
but even those things they're time based as well, because someone can love your song and forget it in the next 2 days, you know.
Of course, yeah.
So I think the key thing with those is a lot of plays, but it's always there's always a wee secret pleasure whenever your song comes on. You're like,
Oh, you gotta love it.
oh, there it is. Is that?
Of course. Guys, as well, I mean, you've been touring all over the place, like you've been saying. You must get to tour with so many different bands. I mean, you must know a lot of the local bands out there, and when you're playing away. I wanted to ask you, is there any bands coming through the minute that you guys really tip for success, that you're really excited about, that you can see breaking through in the next couple of years?
It's hard to say tip for success. The bands you like, but
No, it's
we hit the nail on the head with 1975.
Oh,
Yeah.
We
brilliant.
toured with them last year, and they
Serious?
just changed their name, and we were all like, "Yep, gotta be within a year. They've got to be the next kind of two-door area band," and they
biggest
were.
thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I don't
The
know.
bands that we've been doing for 3 years, we've toured with bands, and some of them have split up. already,
Quite a few of them have split up actually.
which is horrible.
Yeah,
But,
of course, must be tough.
There's a band called Carnivores from Scotland.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You're amazing. Who else? So many animal calls.
Yeah, United Fruit, so many animal
Oh,
calls.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, yeah, very nice.
Any band from Glasgow?
Yeah, we kind of slide towards the Glasgow
Serious?
bands. Yeah.
And so do you think
Crusades.
Crusades?
Yeah,
Crusades, yeah.
Are they another Scottish band? Yeah.
Yeah, all Glasgow. United Fruit.
I'm just
Michael
trying to think
Cassidy.
outside of that box a little bit. Yeah, Michael
outside of
Cassidy's another one.
Glasgow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think outside of the Glasgow box. See, we're in Glasgow like nearly as much. Yeah, Polish.
Serious?
There's
Yeah.
two, there's- I feel like we're gonna miss some out now doing this.
Oh, no, it's just no, but that's...
A band for success.
Bear Arms. They're great.
Their arms are good as well. Yeah, there's like
Glasgow band.
the whole thing is
Aye.
anyone's game really. It's just like there's a lot of bands that are quite similar and all good, but one of them can make it
So,
and the other one won't. You know,
so it sounded a lot of luck as well, I suppose.
there's a lot of chances you need to take and a lot of timing,
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
So you never really know. So I don't think I could pip anyone for success, but
Poke anyone for success?
come on. I was thinking pip poke. I don't know.
And guys, I was telling you earlier on, I had the privilege, I was talking to Jerry Norman for Plastic Rose there,
Yeah.
over at
What a
Nottingham
babe.
last week. Oh,
What a babe.
oh,
An Irish blog.
he's a great guy, fantastic guy. And obviously at Plastic Rose, they've decided to take the route. They've up sticks. They've moved to Nottingham, moved across the water in their sort of chase for success. And do you guys feel, obviously you haven't done that, I don't know if you're planning to or whatever, but do you feel that's necessary these days? Do bands need to go across the water to chase that success, or can they still be big from home? Can you still make it?
I think it's necessary.
Yeah, I think when you start touring Europe, you realise it's almost irrelevant as to where you're from.
Seriously?
Because you can go anywhere, but
For us, like when bands, especially when you're not as rich as all the other big bands, like we pay £500 to get over from here to UK every time. And that's why people don't play here usually, because it's so expensive.
Of course it is.
So that, in that sense, it would be good.
that
To,
says
be in the
it's just
mainland.
good business sense from Jerry. Is what's going on there. Take care of
So
business.
saving money every time you go, because if you want to tour a lot, you're paying £500 every time. Maybe like
And it means
4 or
you're-
5 times a year. That's a lot.
Of course it is big time. Like.
I think your tour's got to be like long enough to cover all that stuff. Whereas if you're living there, you can travel, the hour or 2 hours to anywhere in England you want to.
That's
But then you got to get a ferry over to Europe. So why not move to Europe? Because you can move, you can go anywhere and try and do it. But
Brazil, that's where I intend to go.
yeah, it just depends. It just depends where you want to go, really. But
So we'll be hearing More Than Conquerors live from Rio de Janeiro next.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Fantastic, guys. My last question is literally, I know now about the album, which I'm buzzing now for. I'm really excited about that. That's fantastic. I didn't know you were so close to getting it done. But what is next for More Than Conquerors? So you want this album done, and then what's the next step? Will you be doing a big tour for that album?
The
And,
album is out, and this is the first time that we've told anyone.
right.
do you remember the day?
Yeah, 27th of September.
27th September, right? Encore NI exclusive. Love it.
And then we leave for tour, and our first show is King Tut's in Glasgow on the 1st of October.
Brilliant venue.
Yeah.
Awesome
Then
venue. Love
we're
King
away
Tut's.
pretty much until the middle of November.
Right,
so
okay.
a month and a half-ish.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
UK and Europe, and then we'll be back and rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Hopefully there'll be lots of radio play and magazine stuff and all going on at that point. It's out of our hands.
Yeah.
It's gonna let it happen.
I'm going to be in the front cover of FHM.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
I just heard that today, I got a text about it.
Yeah. Gave me nerve side. Can we fit that?
Cart monthly, we're looking.
Carp talk. Me and Danny having a battle off. He's going for carp month. I'm going for carp talk.
That was fishing nice.
It's gonna be a big Christmas this year.
It really is. Guys, that is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you,
I
man.
love it. There seems to be a lot on the horizon. Really looking forward to buying Cart Monthly and find you on the front of it. No, but do you want to do a wee sign off to all your fans listening? Do you want to say hi to them or?
Hiya!
What's up?
What's up?
Fair
We've
enough.
been More Than Conquerors.
We've been-
and hopefully still will
still
be.
will be.
Still will be in the future.
Yeah.
More Than Conquerors.
Right, love it.
Peace.
Amen.
Happy days, right? It's been Theo Johnson from Encore NI. I've had the privilege of talking to those legends, More Than Conquerors. Thank you very much. Goodbye. And I think that's us ready to go. Hiya, this is Taylor Johnson here for Encore NI, and I am sitting here with the one